living. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, I put like with Passover living. So how's it going over there? Wait. So introduce yourself, just for anyone that doesn't know you, which I think majority of people don't know you, and majority of people don't know me. But yeah, do a little
Yeah,
introduction.
yeah, 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 absolutely. So, my name is Donnie. I'm from Passover Listing. So basically, what we do here, and obviously we're next big holiday is Pesach. It's Passover. So those interested in Passover, we run a site called Passover Listings
Mm-hmm.
that showcases over 100 Pesach programs, Passover events, like all inclusive events that you can go. Oh, look at that,
All
Israel,
over
right?
Argentina, Puerto Rico, LGBT Israel, whatever you want to go.
Exactly.
You got them.
Wherever you wherever you want to go. There's in Israel, there's Europe, there's Thailand. There's
Really?
yes, this program's in Thailand. There's a program in Thailand this year. There's a program in South Africa this year, Mexico, Hawaii, everywhere, all around the world.
Oh my,
Um,
right?
yeah. Have you been?
Okay.
Where have you been on a Passover program?
No, most Passovers. So recently on Passover, I did something that was called mozzarella. I created the Passover Seder at Coachella. And I started going to Coachella basically like every year. I lived in LA for like 9 years. I was living there. I was like one of the first people from the East to move out there. Um, and then I was there, and then people were doing Pesach, and my family was back on the East Coast, and like my West Coast cousin, they were not like, big Passover people. So she, maybe would eat some matzah together, but a Seder would be tough, and it
Yeah.
wouldn't necessarily be the first 2 nights. So if it was starting during Coachella, I would just go. This guy, Rabbi Yonah
Yeah.
Bookstein, who does Peak School, he would hook me up with tickets, and we would go with Shabbat tent, and I would actually run 10-minute seders at Coachella
That's awesome.
to to the point where
Coachella Coachella falls out right when Pesach is. A lot of people, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, but
so making it
uh,
accessible to people that were skipping it 100%.
yeah,
So that's what I felt was more important for me. So I've never done a program, but this year is the year I want to do one. So
you should totally do one. I mean, think about it. If you haven't done one, I'll tell you what it's like very quickly. Imagine going and you don't have to cook, you don't have to clean, and you
mhm.
don't have to worry about any. Everything's taken care of for you,
Sounds like
right?
what I do every day.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, if you don't cook and clean, no, it's so fun, and the food there is delicious. Everything's good. You got a bunch of different performers
Mhm.
and entertainers and programming too for the adults and for the kids.
How many
So
people
there's
go
just
to
a
each one? Like how many people go to each one?
so there's 150,000 people that travel for Pesach every year. There's roughly on average about 800 to 1,000 people on each of the programs, maybe more. Last year there was a program that had 2,400 people, right?
That's crazy. It's like a little
It's
village.
a village, man, and it's wild. It's a lot of fun. I mean, if you're going with your kids, you're going by yourself, single, not single, married, not married.
Are there people going as singles
Yeah,
on?
there are programs geared towards singles. There are programs geared towards more families. There's programs that are geared, from even more health guys. I saw a program just this week that was it's a vegan Pesach program, all vegan.
Horrible. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding. We support it. We support it. Um,
So there's a lot of people go away, and the biggest thing is these programs are not cheap, and people want to find pricing. So Passover list, thankfully, we have all pricing and reviews on all these programs, right? So before spending X amount of money, you actually know how the food is, or how the hotel is, or how the people are, or all this other stuff. So you got a lot of like information, before you go and spend the money.
what's interesting? What's the cheapest program that's going to be for like an 8 day? It's almost like a little cruise.
Yeah, there was going to be a Passover cruise this year. It actually didn't happen. I think next year will happen. The first ever Passover cruise will happen. What's an pricing for like 8 day, not 10 day Passover? You can go to Europe, and probably not probably in Spain or Italy. There's a program for $4,500. for two adults. Two adults, two
Two people. So it's
people.
2250
Yeah,
a
around there. Yeah,
for 10
for 10
days.
days. Yeah, it doesn't include airfare though.
Great. That's actually good. For some odd reason, I thought they were like $8,000.
Yeah, the average programs are around 8,000 average. You know, so you can, around average 8 to 10,000. Right? So you like there's a couple groups. The one group is like 5,000, to 10,000, then 10,000 to 15, and then 15,000 plus is
So there's
essentially 15,000.
like, what about the like one that I see Mary Kay and everyone at in like Cancun? Is that a little bit on the cheaper
No,
end?
that one. So Mayor K, he went to Royal Passover last year in Cabo. He's actually going to Greece this year. K Luxury this year. Um, Cancun, the one in Cancun, Cabo, those are expensive. Those start around like 16 to 18,000 for two
Per
adults. No,
two
adults for two adults, two
adults.
people,
Okay.
two people. Yeah.
So check this out. So recently, someone invited me on a cruise, and it's like a music cruise,
No way.
and it's like five days. It's like $3,000. It's almost really the same cost if you think about it. Six that you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Where does it leave
So,
out of?
Miami goes to like Jamaica and it stops at an island or two like that. So it's
Oh, nice, nice music. That sounds like fun. Music cruise. Who doesn't like that?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
It's called Jam Cruise. But and like I'm trying to perform, and it's a good network of stuff. But this
You
year,
you would be you would be a great. I feel like you'd be a great performer on a Pesach program. There's a lot of performers. All these like, guys. Shweki and Ishai Rebo and all the other guys. They
so
perform.
my favorite, so
He's great.
good.
He's
It's crazy.
great. Yeah, all these guys
My,
perform.
my goal this year would be like if I went on a Pesach cruise or not cruise, like a
program.
thing,
Yeah.
is to do like I would do I would do a rap class where I teach the kids how to rap, or maybe the adults how to rap, where
I
I
love that.
how to become a Jewish rapper in 45 minutes. We could do it with no music or music, and one of the
How do you teach a rap class? Like if you were teaching, I know nothing about rap. If you were teaching me a rap class right now, Ram, how would you do that?
there's three big things, right? The most important is your rap name. The second would be to rap. Then second would be making words rhyme. So that would be like your first thing.
Yeah.
Just make like cat and hat, or coffee and flossy, or anything
Yeah.
like keys and bees, anything, right? And
Yeah.
then sort of navigating that. Okay, we have one word that rhymes with another word, and now let's put together a sentence. And just literally baby steps, like no pun.
Amazing. Yeah, because I remember when you were I live in Los Angeles. I know you used to live here too. I mean, you've been doing the music thing and the rapping and a lot. And I see you all over the place nowadays. I mean, how'd you remind me, like, how'd you get into it?
Funny enough, the first time I came to LA was in 2006 rapping. I came out there. I always dreamed of like moving to Hollywood to do music.
Yeah.
What really pushed me through was that I had a Super Bowl commercial in 2012 off an album that I did in 2008, which came out in 2009. And that financially put me in the game, like, and it was crazy. So because my producer hooked it up, and I just luck of the draw, or a lot of hard work, and he was working really hard, and he's gone on to do amazing things.
Yeah.
So I
And
thought,
now you're rapping with Nissan, right? You're going Nissan Black,
yeah,
and
but
you're going all these guys.
I knew Nassim. I don't know the Jewish thing. I knew Nassim before he was even Jewish.
Right.
I knew Nassim when I've been rapping in hip hop, underground hip hop, since 2005, but really since the late 90s.
Wow. Would you say you were the first Jewish rapper? Like, are there other Jewish rappers out there that I don't know of?
Boys, you have like really the originals that are, rappers Jewish, and then you have like Jewish rap, which I guess I would fall into a category of doing some sort of Jewish rap. Or you have Jewish comedians, and you have comedians who are Jewish. We would say Modi and Elon are Jewish comedians, and then you have other comedians who are also Jewish.
Right.
And they deal with the stuff, but they haven't like navigated into the Jewish community. Like they're not doing Passover cruises.
Right.
But
right.
they're Oh, someone's like, oh, I would bid on this Our Voices Rise. Thank you.
Thank you.
Touch your
Thank you.
Passover listings and it'll hook you up. Get
There
sponsored.
we go.
There's like hundreds of programs. God,
Yeah.
dude.
There's
And
so many
but
out there, man. It's crazy.
but when I navigated through everything, I started touring and touring and touring.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a lot of stuff with Modest Yahoo. So Modest Yahoo was there. There was a guy named Mazik from Blood of Abraham, original. They were signed to Easy
Oh wow.
E. He went on to be like the creative director of Will I Am. So he's super
Oh
active.
wow.
DJ AM was a Jewish DJ. I mean, there was Jewish DJs, 8-track,
Do you
Um,
do you also DJ or you got away from?
is sort of
Oh,
new. Like I'm not some crazy DJ, but I could DJ. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
could play music for a party, and that's a new thing. In
Yeah.
fact, I literally have my DJ equipment right
Wow.
here. So
There you
that's
go.
me, BE, because I'm on a BET show, Wild and Out, and
Oh, you're on Wild and Out?
yeah. So that's really my fourth season. I'm like the first Jewish rapper on that
No way.
show, and first rappers that wasn't like a battle rapper. So became a street performer because people weren't listening to my music, and I really wanted to go, like, the idea of YouTube virality was becoming a thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it became like my waiter job while I was like going on tour. I would go out down the street and just perform in LA anywhere and do that in LA. But it wasn't connecting. And then over in New York during the pandemic, I moved here after Israel, and I started rapping in like extreme weather, like snow, sleet, and those videos started going viral. Like New York is
Yeah.
back, and those things started going nutty. And then I started figuring out, okay, how can I use the internet? And then I, did some stuff with Nassim and the songs. My Jewish themed songs seem to take off the most, like holiday songs, like Hanukkah or
Yeah,
and now
you've always had some really cool holiday songs. I remember that. Even like I remember you had some cool Passover songs
yeah.
last year.
Well, I never released a Passover song, but I made some Passover videos
Yeah.
as Moses with Moses, and I did actually one Passover song called Big Matzah, and which it didn't take off, but I think maybe I would do like a music video for it this year or something, and like it would be maybe a high end video or something
Yeah.
like that. It would be
You
fun.
should definitely do a Passover thing. I mean, all these other guys, right? You got these other a cappella groups out there, like the Maccabee. They always do
And
like
I just
these. How?
something with 613.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. I somehow became the rapper, like the cooler rapper amongst all the Jewish groups. So not cool enough to do a Passover thing yet, but I think this is the year. And now I also, with the rap class, I'd like to do sort of, speaking about the videos I've been making. And I never did that until just the past couple of months after the
Yeah.
war. So a lot of people are really into this new form of, man on the street. And I
Right.
think for a rapper, like, you, and even as business, you like make something, right? And then there's a new form of communication. So like MySpace to Twitter to Facebook to Instagram, and
Yeah.
now it's music video to song to MP3 to podcast to three camera podcast to clips to man on the street, and
Right.
there's just different things that seem to be clicking, and he is trying to do stuff differently, man. Like,
Love it. I love it.
maybe I'll do
I
live
love it.
every week with some. Maybe we'll keep going, just talk about. You know what? This is crazy. My homie, who's not Jewish, and he got me one of my bigger Hanukkah gigs this year. He lives in Huntington Beach. Shout out to Buddy Reed. He got me the Instagram account for Passover. I own Passover. It's just
Nice.
Passover,
Nice.
and I need to make it big this year.
There you go.
I need to make
That's a
it.
good one.
It's a.
You know,
It's just Passover on Instagram.
that's
So
awesome.
follow over.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That'd be good. Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's the holiday.
It should be
Passover.
out.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Are you yeah, I think there's a bunch are you interested in traveling? Like what about Europe this year?
Yeah, so I just got my I have an old legal record. Speaking of the chains of slavery from from Passover, I'm just getting into Canada for Purim, which is really cool, and I'm having to navigate that because before I became a rapper,
Yeah.
big addict and drug dealer, and I have a similar story of sort of Nassim's, just a not my family story, but my personal story. And I would love to travel everywhere and anywhere to do it. And now is the first time I'm going to Canada in like my whole life, really. I only been there for the couple days when I had passes to go, but now we're gonna go a lot this year. I'm really excited.
Nice,
I'm trying
nice.
to go anywhere, Thailand, Europe,
You would
Greece.
go anywhere.
I'll go
Okay,
24 hours. I'm ready to go. If you're
that's
like
awesome.
what we're doing, let me know and we'll get there. I mean, I like
Amazing.
to travel 36 hours, boom, and then hop another one. So if I do people do multiple? Do they go Passover listing
Oh,
hopping? They go boop,
oh,
boop.
that would be crazy. I never heard. Listen, I've been doing this for a long time. I've never heard of someone go to two different Passover programs during one Passover season. Meaning, like, so like a customer, maybe people who work there, they've done a couple, programs, but not a customer. I just that's crazy. It's like, hey, I'm gonna do a first days in Mexico, second days in Thailand. I've never heard.
Yeah,
That's pretty wild. That would be a pretty cool Instagram, story, for someone to kind of do.
Passover
Could you
story.
imagine someone doing like five different programs during Passover and then rating it? I mean, obviously you can't, that would be tough. That would be tough, but
Passover hopping, man. That's what we're gonna
that
do this year. You know
would be great.
what?
That would be great.
Where are you going for?
I'm going down to Orlando. There's a program. It's actually pretty cool. There's a program in Orlando that has like a man-made lagoon. It's called Leisure Time Tours at the Evermore Resort. And what's really cool about it is that you're staying, instead of staying in a hotel, you're staying in like houses, flats, and villas with family and friends. And then you still get like all the benefits of the program. So you get all like the the food taken care of in the dining room, and you get all the programming, entertaining. Modi's going to be there too. A couple other folks are going to be there. Um, but that's where I'm headed. Trying to head to some warm weather. So back down to Florida this year. So it should be a good time. We'll see. It's the first time they're having this program. In Orlando, but it should be a good one. We'll see.
I think yeah, dude. If you recommend any places, if you're like, yo, hit these people up, I'm like, I just need a little bit of direction. But I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
see Modest Yahoo went to Greece. I did Hanukkah once in Greece many years ago, which I remember. It was such a blip in my memory, and I thought, wow, Passover in Greece sounds just cool. Obviously, this year is going to be special due to the way everyone feels. But I mean, I would love to go to Mexico. I'd love to go
Yeah.
really anywhere.
Look, Mexico, Mexico, Greece, Florida. I mean, Greece is a very hot population, hot destination this year. A lot of people going to Greece. In fact, I think there's like, you know, 7 or 8 programs in Greece this year alone. It's unbelievable. You
Really,
know,
my
yeah, yeah,
brother, my brother teaches like Krav Maga self-defense, and he was in Israeli Special Forces and Marines, so he does all self-defense classes, unarmed, response to armed, like just really, he does that, the self-defense sort of genre. And he comes and he brings his whole family, like that's kind of the payoff. Like he does it for free or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. You work the program, you get a free, you get a room that's valued at 10,000, 12,000, whatever it may be.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
like poof,
Yeah,
here you go. And he's like, all
yeah,
right, get it.
yeah.
I mean, for that, it's no brainer because he got six, it's him, his wife, and 5 children. So it's like,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
care of,
worth it.
take care
That's
of
worth it.
the world.
Absolutely. No, this was good. This was good. I'll keep my ears to the ground. I think you'd be a hot commodity this year. I think a lot of programs would be interested. Um,
Oh,
I
dude,
do think
who's doing Montana? Who's in the middle of nowhere? Where is the cold?
we got someone doing Ohio in the Midwest. We don't have anybody in Utah
You,
skiing or Denver this year. There's no one there, or in
is
Colorado.
doing the skiing ones? Where's like that, like in the Alps, the French
You
Alps?
got, yeah, you have a Canadian. You actually have a Canada program this year. So you have a Canada program this year, and Sivan Tours is doing that in Canada. So there's going to be some skiing up there.
Where is it?
Um,
Like in like Whistler, like Vancouver area?
yeah, it's in that area. I have to check exactly where, but it's in that area around. I don't think it's Whistler per se, but um, it's
I wanna. Hmm.
it's in
Ski.
It's in Quebec. It's in Quebec.
Oh,
It's in
Quebec.
Quebec.
See, I might have to contact them and be like, listen, I got a deal for you.
Listen, like right after, let's talk right after this. So,
But the thing is,
now.
what's now, which is cool, and I like kind of Mayor was really up on it just with video creation, but now it's sort of new to me because
Yeah.
these videos, but doing man on the street videos at the Passover, the interviews there.
Oh,
and,
that would be great. That would be great. Yeah.
Like, oh, what are you doing? You're like,
Yeah.
it brings a lot of Jewish joy.
It
I
does.
guess.
He was always he's also he's so good at that. I think actually you'd be great at that too. Kind of just like bringing joy to Passover, travelers like while they're there and just kind of seeing how everything's going and doing even doing some like rap, there. That would be pretty
Well,
cool.
yeah, I mean, what's up to my boy? My buddy Erez is in here. We got to go somewhere. He's my ace in New York. We got to get out of Brooklyn and Manhattan. No offense to Brooklyn, Manhattan. We can't leave. But the thing is, if you look at the new trends in social media, you got man on the street stuff.
Yeah.
No man on the Pesach, like thing where like you could interview and you have a mic and it's a piece of matzah or something like that. It would be
Love it.
so viral, and
that's a good idea.
Kind of fun thing to like do.
Yeah.
With the matzah as a microphone, like speaking to the matzah, but I was covered with
that's
a microphone.
Great. Or make the microphone an actual matzah.
Yeah.
A matzah microphone.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
That is wow. You know what? That would be a thing to do in the street now, leading up to it.
Yeah.
To advertise for the thing. You know what I mean? And be like, hey.
Yeah. No, it's great. I think that's a great idea. I want to see that. I want to see you do that. I want to see you do that.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'm supposed to shoot with Nassim this Friday. So we just got to go get us some matzah and just tape it up. And people are like,
yeah. I'll even listen. If you're in Los Angeles, I'll even do it with you. We'll go out together.
Well, in Los Angeles, it would be
in Los Angeles.
Yeah, around. Well, yeah,
around Pico.
I'm just gonna do it. I got to figure out where I'll do it, but it's just coming to me now. But some of the fun things that people do here is they add like a Metro card to the mic and they speak into the Metro card. Or if you were, people are gonna do this. Or if you're like at a basketball game or the All-Star game, it's like a mini basket, whatever.
Yeah.
Gives it an extra design.
That's great.
But I know Mayor was doing videos, but the reason why I bring it up him is because he was kind of ahead of the video game. Videos is just new to me now, and man on the street stuff, it seems to be more popular this year. I don't think any of the programs have done it. They just
Why do you think that? Why do you think that is? Why is man on the streets about? Is it because it's like more personalized? You think maybe because like
what's interesting? It's like I did notice a thing like back in the day, it would be me in a picture in front of a big crowd. And you would be like, oh my God, look, I'm performing for all these people. But in reality, these people weren't there for me. It was just a crowd, and I performed for the crowd. They weren't for me. So now it's cooler if it's like, look at me and all my 13 fans, and then everyone supports. They want to make you bigger, so they think it's cool. It's just you and one person. They're like, oh, if I met him, I would say this. I think it's partially that, and they like the individuality. And there's like two characters in a movie versus you and a bunch of extras in the background. So like,
I also think it's partly also like some of the stuff on the man on the street stuff that people do, like even that Mayor does, which is really cool. It's very like inspirational / what's the word? Meaningful, right? Like, I remember he did one video where he like blindfolds himself and he
called kindness content.
Yeah.
Kindness content.
I love
that really well. And I think that has its own audience. But
you know what he did, Rami? He did a Purim one where he went around, this was funny, where he would ask people on the street, whether you're Jewish or not Jewish, what a hamantashen is. And he would give like a multiple choice answer. Right? Do you see this one? That was cool. Yeah, you got to take a look at that. That was fun. But you could do the same thing with.
Was massive. His blindfold video was so big that, and Jack Black shared it. And the thing is, those videos are great, and like, hey, I'm holding a sign, and I think I think the reality with the man on the street is like it's a surprise.
Right.
Like it's not scripted. It's just
Right.
happen. So I think that's interesting. I
But
just
you gotta get a costume though if you do it. You gotta get like a matzah costume, or
well,
you gotta get like a
Moses costume.
yes, get a Moses costume.
Moses costume, but I think you could do it in all different kinds of
Yeah.
situations. But I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm definitely the rapping on the street as Moses is fun. So
Yeah, that would be good. I can't wait to see
uh,
that. That's gonna be good.
but speaking of rapping on the street, I need to get ready to go rap on the street, and I have to
Thank you.
find someone sent me a Modeni, my friend Bluth, Rabbi Bluth from Toronto.
Love it.
So I have to get a frame, and she does this typography. It's really amazing.
It's beautiful. It's
Yeah,
beautiful. Really nice.
so I'm like the worst of getting frames, and I really need. It's like it would be my big accomplishment besides doing this live with you.
Yeah, you got to frame that across right behind you. But hey, thanks for jumping on, and
Yeah.
thanks for letting me jump on. It's so fun. And if anyone wants to check out Passover programs, check out PassoverListings.com. There's reviews, pricing, everything up there. And if you don't know where to go, reach out to us. We're happy to help.
Let's go and get on it now, and also let's do this again. And I really maybe we'll do a co-share. And I'll do the interviews with Matzahs, and I'll try to get a bunch of people to collab on it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It'll be fun.
Cool. That'd be a lot of fun. Sounds good, man.
You safe on the Pacific time, and
I'll see you
I'll see you soon.
soon.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.